In a beautiful village nestled between the hills, where the sun painted the earth and the palm trees whispered secrets, lived a girl named Ella. She was known for her huge ears, which stood out like delicate wings against her dark skin. From a very young age, Ella faced ridicule. The other children pointed, laughed, and called her all sorts of names. Their words hurt like stinging bees. "Elephant ears! Elephant ears!" they taunted, their laughter echoing through the dusty streets. Ella's mother, Mrs. Thompson, tried to shield her from the cruelty. She braided Ella's hair to cover her ears, but the whispers persisted. "Wow, look at her ears. They're as big as trumpets," the villagers would say. Her classmates avoided her like the plague, refusing to play with her. So Ella was mostly found alone. As she grew, her ears became even bigger. The village elders shook their heads, muttering about bad luck and curses, but her father, Mr. Thompson, remained silent. A man of few words, his eyes filled with sorrow as he wondered why the gods had given him a daughter with such ears. As Ella grew older, her mysterious ears began to change. On some days, they looked enormous and mighty. On others, they seemed more moderate. The villagers laughed and made fun of her even more. "Oh boy, who will marry this girl with elephant ears?" they joked. Ella cried, but no matter how much she wept, her ears kept changing into different shapes and forms. The villagers would sing and chant derogatory songs whenever she passed by. Several years passed, and when Ella turned 25, she began to find solace under the big, ancient mango tree, whose branches reached for the sky. Ella believed the tree held secrets, the whispers of generations past. She would sit under the mango tree every evening crying and asking the gods why she was born with such ears. One evening, as Ella sat under the mango tree crying profusely, a wise old woman appeared before her. Her name was Grandma Willow. She consoled Ella, saying, "My child, your ears are not a curse. They are a gift. Listen closely and you will hear the world's secrets very soon." "Why do I bear these ears? I am tired of them," Ella lamented. "Worry not, my child. Good news awaits you very soon," Grandma Willow assured her. As Ella walked back home that evening, her heart fluttered with hope. Could it be true? She thought to herself. She vowed to embrace her ears and turn them into a vessel of wisdom. From that day on, every evening she met Grandma Willow under the ancient mango trees. They would laugh and talk, and Grandma Willow taught her to listen to things from afar. Ella no longer tried to hide her ears or cry. She walked confidently to the village stream, adorning her ears with colorful beads and tiny bells. Whenever the villagers tried to laugh at her, she smiled and laughed at them too. Her ears became her compass, guiding her through life's twists and turns. She learned to hear the unspoken, the hopes of the elderly, the dreams of the young, and the secrets hidden in the wind. Then one fateful day, the village faced a terrible drought. The stream dried up completely, even the wells ran dry, and the crops withered. The elders gathered, their faces ashen with worry. "What sin have we committed to deserve this?" they wondered. "We can't stay like this. How long can we survive before we die of thirst? We need to appease the gods. We need to seek answers." The village elders began seeking the help of soothsayers and healers from far and near, but none could provide a proper solution. The villagers became increasingly worried. Every day they would stand by the stream, hoping for water, lamenting, crying, and singing to the gods. Yet there was no sign of water. The children stood there with their dry throats crying. Suddenly, Ella showed up. Listen closely. Can you all hear the earth?" she asked. But the villagers could not hear anything. Ella stepped forward and placed one of her hands on her ear. The villagers watched her with skeptical faces as Ella listened intently. She had sensed a hidden spring deep within the earth. She led them to the spot, and as they dug, water bubbled forth. The villagers were astonished. Ella continued to lead them to different spots in the village where they could find clean water. They all rejoiced, lifting her towards the sky. Ella had become a hero. A girl with big ears had saved them all. Even the elders and elderly women who had once judged and insulted her began to praise her. "Oh, such a beautiful girl. My sister, that girl is so lovely. I wish she could marry my son," they would say. The villagers started listening whenever Ella spoke. Her ears were no longer seen as a curse. They became a bridge between two worlds. Ella could hear things from afar that others could not. The villagers began respecting her so much that they all brought her different delicacies to her house daily. Her parents became extremely proud of her and were overjoyed. The young men who had once insulted her and called her names now trooped to her house, kneeling and begging for her hand in marriage. But Ella rejected them all. She only accepted to marry the crown prince. They eventually got married, and together they ruled the kingdom happily and peacefully.